Hello and welcome to my channel. I am Yaya Fabulosa, and in this video, it's for you girlies, because I want to discuss how to date men as a trans woman slash crossdresser or even femboy. Now you're probably wondering, what am I doing with the suitcase right in front of me? And I'm actually planning to go on a trip. I've been traveling a lot this year, and that's not going to change next year or anytime soon really, because I just love traveling. Traveling is a part of who I am and it's my identity. But I actually want to share something really exciting with you all. And my exciting news to share with you all is that you all now have the opportunity to travel with me as well. How? You're probably wondering. Well, I'm glad you asked. I've recently partnered with Transgender to host trips anywhere around the world starting in 2025. Now for those of you interested in taking a trip with me, the first step is to fill out my survey in the description box below. There you will fill in all of your details and include your preferences for travel destinations. The more of you that fill out the survey, the better of an idea I get for your travel needs. Because I will be your host on this trip, and we can pinpoint the exact destinations you're all interested in traveling to. And then from there, I'll work with the folks at Transgender to put together the perfect itinerary. Now, one really exciting reason why you might want to travel with me is because during our Transgender trip, you have the opportunity to cross-dress with me. Now, obviously, I'll be dressed up for a bulk of the trip, but I'm going to include the opportunity for me to dress you up. So imagine traveling all over the world with yours truly anywhere you want, right? We'll fill out the survey, pinpoint that destination, and then once we're there, we'll dress up together. How much fun will that be? So again, just fill out the survey, and then in upcoming videos, I'll discuss the next steps. But I'm really excited about this opportunity to travel with you all. I think it's going to be really fun, and we can make so many great memories together. Now, let's talk about dating men. Now, step one is to be confident and own your identity. Don't downplay who you are for anyone, and exude that confidence and energy because it's sexy and it's highly attractive. Men love it. If you're confident about who you are and what you want, it'll certainly set the tone for the relationship. And the second piece of advice I have to give is to make sure you set boundaries early. It's important to set those boundaries early with the person you're dating and make it clear what you're comfortable with regarding your presentation and your identity. You have to make sure that the person you're dating knows what you're comfortable with from the start. The third piece of advice I have to give is to be honest about your needs. Open communication is key. Be upfront with your partner about your emotional, physical, and mental needs. And don't be afraid to discuss with your partner how your identity impacts those needs in the relationship. And the fourth piece of advice I have to give to you all is to take your time. Really, take your time with these relationships. There really isn't any need to rush forward. You want to make sure that the guy you're dating is genuine, and that really does take time. And it's something that I personally struggled with in my last relationship. Now, for those of you who know, earlier this year I was engaged. I called things off with my ex because he wasn't genuine with me. From the start, we had discussed our needs in the relationship, and I told him about my identity and what I was expecting from the relationship, and he seemed initially to be okay with it, but in the end, he wasn't genuine with me. He wanted someone that went the full, 180, to the full transformation, full procedure and surgery. And that wasn't something that I was okay with, and I told him that from the start. And initially he seemed okay with it, but in the end, he wasn't genuinely honest with me or himself in what he was looking for in a long-term relationship. And so I urge you all to really take your time with men, especially because oftentimes, especially in the beginning, right, like we're hit with all these dopamines from a new relationship, and it's very exciting to meet someone new, but you have to let that honeymoon phase in the beginning of the relationship wear off to really get a feel for these people, for these men, and understand whether or not they're being genuine with you. I really do think you should. The fifth piece of advice I have to give you all is to know your worth. And I cannot stress this enough, right? Because oftentimes when dating men as, others, a trans woman, crossdresser, or femboy, I feel like men will sometimes play this card where they're like comparing you to biological women, and really, like, you have to understand what your worth is and understand that, you're putting yourself out there, and it's raw, it's emotional, but keep your head up high, remain confident, and again, you know your worth. These guys can't bother you, they can't mess with your self-esteem. Keep your dignity intact and never settle for someone who doesn't respect your identity. Can't forget the sunscreen. Now, the final piece of advice I have to give for those of you interested in dating men as a crossdresser, trans woman, and femboy is to really prioritize your safety. Sadly, the reality is for girls like us, it's a very dangerous world out there. I remember seeing a statistic that said that the average age for a trans woman was 27. That's terrifying. It's because they're being unalive by men. And usually it's men that are romantically involved with them. So please prioritize your safety in the dating men. When you're first initially getting into that dating phase, make sure you leave public places, share your location with friends and loved ones, and don't be too quick to share personal information with them, where you work, things like that, where it can create an opportunity for them to stalk you. Because I've actually dealt with stalkers in the past, or to, find ways to inject themselves into your life. Take it very slow. Don't share too many personal details from the beginning. And definitely don't take them all on the first date. Be careful, girl. Just trust your instincts. If something feels wrong, just leave. I hope you all found this video helpful. If you have any questions about dating, feel free to leave them in the comment section down below, and I'll try to answer them when I have time. And again, for those of you interested in traveling with me, don't forget to fill out the survey in the description box below. I really look forward to traveling with you all next year. As always, I'm Yoya Fabulosa. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye-bye.